Daf Yud Chesam at base, 7 lines from the top. Continuing on with the machlokes, where Adam Rishon was he created as two figures, as Zachar and Nekeva, front and back, or was he created initially as one? So Gemara asks, Ulaman Domer parts of the one who says that Adam, the initial creation, was two partsufim, front and back. One is Zachar, one in Nekeva. Which one of them went in the front? It's mistaber to say that it was a Zachar that went in the front. A person should not walk, a man should not walk behind a woman in the derech, even if it's his wife. It's not the proper derech eretz to walk behind a woman, even if it's his wife. If he happened to confront a woman on a bridge, and they cannot walk side by side, so therefore what he should do is he should pass by her and walk in front of her, not in back of her. So he should, the Marshal explains that this is referring in such a case where it's referring to someone who's not his wife. If it's his wife, then it's not a problem of derech eretz, because it's clear that it's only because it's a narrow path over here, it's a narrow passageway, that's why he's doing it. But nevertheless, if it's someone who's not his wife, he should have to pass in front of her. And if someone who passes behind a woman in a nor, she has to lift up her garment so not to get wet, so part of her body will be exposed. If he does that, then he doesn't have a chelik l'em. Rashi says that's talking specifically by a neshes ish. And Tosfos in Brachos says, Daf Samach Aleph, he says that that's talking if a person does it regularly. If he doesn't regularly, because he'll come lidei niyuf. If a person counts out money from his hand to give it to her hand, or from her hand into his hand, in order to look at her, even if he is so great that he's a Moshe Rabbeinu, he won't be free from Gehenna. From hand to hand, he will not be free from Ra. He will not be free from the Dina of Gehenna. He says Manoach was an Amoritz. Manoach, the father of Shimshon, was an Amoritz. Says he followed his wife. So therefore he says he was an Amoritz because he went behind his wife, he followed his wife. Are you going to say the same thing? It says Elkanah went, he walked behind his wife. Are you going to say that? Now we know that Elkanah was a Novi and he was one of the greatest people, so you can't say that about him. Tosfos in Brachos B'merks that there's no such pasuk. This pasuk doesn't exist. So Tosfos says that this was a toyas. It was a toys in the Girsa. So the Gemara continues, and by Elisha it also says that he means to say that he walked behind her. So no, it doesn't mean that literally he walked behind her. It means he followed her eitzah, he followed her the advice that she gave. So here also by Manoach it means the same thing. It doesn't mean literally that he walked behind her. According to that, the Havmina that he was an Amoritz, means that he didn't even learn the pasuk, and that they learned Cheda, the pasuk in Chumash. So it says Rivka went achrei ha'ish, he went after Eliezer. So it says achrei ish lo lifnei ish. So obviously she had to follow Eliezer. He was leading her back. So what does it mean? Achrei means to stress that she walked in back of him, not in front of him. That you don't walk behind the woman. So it's a pasuk in what they learn in the Cheder. Better to walk behind a lion and not behind a woman. Ashes ish. That's what Rashi says. and behind an Isha, better than that, than behind Avodas Kachavim. Because Avodas Kachavim, you come to Rahman Aslan, follow they go after the Avodas Kachavim. Acharei Avodas Kachavim, v'lo acharei Beis HaKnesset v'shashim ispalim. That even better that than to go behind the shul when the tzibur is davening and you don't go into daven. Because going into daven, not going into daven, it shows a total rejection of the Borei Olam, Rahman Aslan. Not simply going after taivas, or not going after things in addition to Rahman al-San, Avodas Hashem. It implies a total rejection of Avodas Hashem. But as Meforshim speak out, this is talking when there is no other shul in the city. If there's another shul in the city, that doesn't demonstrate a rejection. He's not going to this shul, perhaps he'll go to another shul. All of those years that he was ben nidui, he was in cherem because he was ate from the Eitz Hadas. He gave birth not to humans, but to ruchin, to spirits and shadim and demons and lilin. How do we know that? It says that he lived 130 years, and then he gave birth Bid Musa Kitzalma, someone in his image, meaning that means that implies that until now he gave birth. He gave birth to Shadim and to little demons, etc. Now he gave birth to he fathered a human. He says, no, Adam Rishon was a Chassid Gadol. He came to Rosh and Misal Yoda when he saw that after his chet, that there was a punishment of Misa, death in the world. Yoshev B'tanis Meo Shleishim Shana. He fasted for 130 years. He fasted for 130 years, and appears Mina Isha Meo Shleishim Shana, and he separated himself from a woman 130 years. And he wore belts of fig branches on his skin for 130 years. So you see that he was Pirish, he separated himself from an Isha. So how can you say that he was Moiled, he gave birth to Shadim? So he did not have relations with his wife. What is it referring to when he said that he created all of these ruchin v'shenim v'lilim? It means that shich that due to an oinus that came involuntarily, from that there came out these shadim and these demons. V'amar Yomi ben Elazar, he said, you give partial praise to a person in front of him, but not all of it. The entire praise is shaloi b'fanav, not in his presence. We see mixed Hashem tell Noach, I have seen that that you're a person who's a tzaddik in this generation. So you see that he gave partial praise. Now, when it's not addressing him directly, when Rabbi Shalom addressed him directly, it says it's tzaddik. When the Torah talks about Noach, not addressing, not speaking to him, it says tzaddik tamim dairoisav. It was perfect. So it says even the kula, not only the mix of shvacha, but kula shalei b'fanav. V'amar of Yomi ben Elazar, it says by the Yaina, by the dove, that Noach sent her out from the Teva. It says, Vahi alezayas tara b'fiyah. It said that she had the Yaina, a leaf from the olive tree, that she tore it out, and it was in her mouth. Amra Yaina lifnei Kadosh Baruch Hu. What was the point of this? What did it want to indicate? Why did they have the Amr Yonah Tzei Kodesh Baruch Hu? She said, the dove said to Rebbeinu Shalom, Rebbeinu Shalom, you Mezaynoisam Merurim Bekhazayas Mesurim Biyadcha. Va'al you Mesukim Kidvash Ultulim Biyad Basar Adam. I'd rather have Mezaynos that are bitter, like this leaf from the olive. I'd rather have that, and it's coming from you, rather to have food and sustenance that's sweet like honey, but I'm dependent on a Basar Adam. Where do we see that? Ksiv ha'chatarav, it says over here, Torah, that the leaf was plucked. It says, feed me my lechem chuki, the portion of my bread. So hatrifeni and taraf. So we say the feeding of the food should be like this taraf, rather it should be this alei zayas, which is preferred to that than being dependent on basar v'dam. Even sweet mezainas, being dependent on basar v'dam. Vam Rav Yirmiyah ben Elazar called bayis shenishmayim by divrei Torah b'layla shuveinu nechav. If you have a house that you hear divrei Torah, they're learning at night, einu nechav, it's not destroyed. Shenemar v'loy omar ayeh elokai oisai noisin zmiras b'layla. And person doesn't say, where is the elokai oisai, my creator? So the way we dash in the pasuk, who is a person that doesn't have to ask, where is Hashem, where is my creator? Who is a person that is not punished and is not suffering, so he doesn't have to ask, where is Hashem to protect me? Who is that person? Nice and Zmiris Balayla. If he's nice and Zmiris Balayla, if he learns Torah by night, he doesn't have to ask. He doesn't ask, where's the Rebbeinu Shalom? Because he's protected, and in the bias is not Nechrav. It's that type of a person. So Rashi says that that the Torah at night is nice and Zmiris Balayla. That Torah at night will be heard. There's no other sounds, and that travels further. That sound of Torah travels further at night. The Ram says learning at night is a time when a person, he learns at night. There's no distractions and it's quiet. There's a special skula, a special mila of the learning at night that doesn't exist at other times. And for the time of the Churban, the Rebbeinu Shalom is more concealed, and the world is sustained not with the name of Rebbeinu Shalom, that the Mefoirish, not the full name of the Rebbeinu Shalom. It's dying with two Asias. Shenemar Kol Neshama Tal Ka, just Yud K. It's not the full name of Hashem, just Yud K Tal Ka Hallelujah. Kol Neshama Tal Ka Hallelujah. Taisus brings down Rabbeinu Chananel. It says Kori Be Aneshama Bedagesh, Aneshama, which is Shmama, which is desolate. After the Churban, then it's Ka. It's only two letters of Hashem that the world is using, that the world is served with. V'amar of Yirmiyah ben Elazar, and it's called Bavel, and it's called Shchinel. When Bavel was cursed, the neighbors were cursed. After the curse of Bavel, and the curse that it would be destroyed, the surrounding areas were also cursed. Niskal was Shimron. However, when Shimron was cursed, Nisbarchu was Shchinel. The neighboring areas had a brach. Tersiv is Samti Shimon Li'asar. Rebbeinu says, I'll make Shimon, the capital of this Eretz Shvatim, Li'asar, like a pile in the field. So it had a curse. Limat Lamatoi Charem. And it'll be a place for planting vineyards, meaning the soil will be rich, it'll be fertile, it'll be a place where you can plant vineyards, and there'll be an abundance of produce. So the neighboring areas had a bracha. So as Rashi explains, this shows the praise of Shimon. Eretz Yisrael Bavel was cursed, so there was a curse for the surrounding areas. But Shimon was cursed, now even though she was cursed and punished, but nevertheless, it's a praise for her that al kol panim, a bracha came out to the surrounding areas. It shows the chashivas of Eretz Yisrael of Shimon.